Okay. What's going on here? Fuck this audio. Fuck.
It's like fucking shading the wind here. What the hell's happening? Wow, the audio is really weird right there. Yeah, it made you sound like a chipmunk.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Maybe I got one too many browsers open.
No, it's not you.
Okay.
It's Brian's.
Okay. And this one is old, and that can go away. All right, now I'm getting the hang of this. Brian, can you hear me now?
I can hear you, but the audio, your Brian's audio is fucked up.
Yeah.
Like the fucking,
But
it's the Disney version.
exactly,
that
right?
one.
There you go. Now you sound good.
Is that better? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool.
You turn it off and fast forward.
Cool. I'm chilling, and my brew partner is got about 10 minutes left before he starts chilling. So that's where we're at right now.
Got 2 turntables and a microphone.
Does it sound okay?
You're in and out.
Good for me.
Said.
Right?
Okay.
Uh-oh.
That was me.
Wow.
What happened to the other
All right,
screen?
let me check stuff.
What's that? Is that a mash tun on the?
Oh, he's brewing with a bunch of other people too, so I'm not sure what he's got going exactly. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, I got the chat over here, but there should be another one that he's got on YouTube. That would be the other chat. I ain't even worried about that one, I guess. I don't know. We're all over here.
We're
Whatever.
already here. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, I ain't bothering with the other one. If I drop out, I'll be back.
So you want to chill it down to like below 80?
Okay, yeah, I'm on the right page now. Oh, he's teaching class. You're teaching class, sir?
Yeah.
You're teaching class? Are you the teacher?
Yes.
Cool.
Teacher.
That's the one.
Okay, yeah, I'm on the right page now. Can you tell?
We have Ina and we have Mark.
Class? Are you the teacher? Nice to meet you. He's
That's the one.
okay. Yeah, I'm on the right page now.
Only the crazy people see on this. We have
Look at the guy in the idiot hat.
Mark.
It's the village idiot.
Boom.
Now that's a hat. I gotta get me one like that. That is so redneck. Oh my Jesus.
That's so redneck.
That's your moonshining hat.
That's from the real Oktoberfest.
That's a moonshiner's hat right there. That's your moonshining hat.
Wow, I gotta get a.
Oh hell.
I gotta hang
Doing that
nice paddle on a string too.
Oh Lord. Good times.
Is that a mash tun there?
Brian, what you got going? He's asking about your mash tun.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to put in the fermenter.
Hello, guys.
Actually, I'll do this.
Okay, down to one screen. How about that?
Oh,
Sorry, guys. I can't see what I'm doing. Hold on.
do you want to grab me looking?
Yeah, just dump it there, and then when you get a chance, blow all the grain out onto the lawn with a hose.
Come on, how's the lovely looking?
I just flip it inside out and take a hose and go to hell with it. There you go.
What's your gravity, Brian?
Hold on, guys. I'm having issues with my speakers. Hold on.
Nick, I won't actually be able to test my gravity until the morning because I'm actually doing a nursery.
Hello, is this the freezer gravity sample?
Yeah, but I guess my test jar is leaking because I don't have as much as I started with.
Oh,
God, it's not one thing, it's another, right? Holy crap.
Somehow my speaker's not working very well, but speak up when you want me. If you want me.
okay.
Is that a Rod Stewart song?
What was that weekend? Did you tell that? Sorry.
What's it say? Uh-oh.
1. Hopefully 1.0.
Topping up the sample.
Yeah. Disappeared.
Drink it. How's it taste?
Tastes like iced tea. Oh, Lord, I don't know. I just poured some more in there. Of course, it's warmer than the rest. Give it the spin. Give it a look. Holy crap, really? What's up? I don't know if I like this whole smash thing. The smash thing is kicking my ass.
Smash ass.
What's it say?
It says 10, which is it says 42.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell happened there, man. What happened? What happened in there? Dude, I don't know, man.
many litres
That
you
didn't
got?
that didn't pan out where the shit did.
You only
I
went
never
over
missed
like
my
2
numbers so
gallons.
badly.
Okay. 2 gallons over, yeah.
That's what happened.
2 gallons.
Yeah. I overshot it big time.
Did you put the wrong amount of grain in or something, you know, reckon? Or
No, it's I followed the instructions. It was right at 20 pounds or 9 kilos.
I've forgotten halfway through taking out the
Is
stack.
this where I stir in the other half of the sugar?
Yeah. I reckon
I
you
don't know, man.
put the wrong amount of grain in.
I don't know. Maybe the refract time. I could have swore it said 50 at one point. I mean, like I said, I'm not. I had a couple, but I'm not drunk.
That's what she said too.
4.5% beer. It'll be good.
Yeah, but it's not even close to what it should be.
Can all the sugar melt?
I hope so. Either that or it went straight to the bottom.
So you know, I was talking about the strainer
Strain.
to catch all the debris if you don't use a hop sock like we did on yours.
Maybe a
It's
44.
okay to have it all in the bottom of the fermenter. It's fine. It's just if you
have that. I told you like big ones it goes inside the thing.
yeah. So what you need to do is
I
when you
will
go to
bring
do
it.
this.
I will bring it.
Are you
Yeah. So
down
you have
to
to
temperature
sanitize
now?
it first. before you
Yes,
do
sir.
it,
It's
because
down quite a ways.
it can be infected.
Yeah, I mean,
So
it's I don't know about 60, but it's not hot at all. Yeah, I mean, it's cooler than I am.
You still got to
so
No, your cake.
that's
Cake down your oil kill.
Oh, yeah, it takes a while. Our
Yeah.
pipe from the well down here isn't very deep, and so it's gonna take a while for that. Yeah, I'll go get my thermometer.
No,
no, it's backwards.
backwards.
Yeah.
No, it's way
Yeah.
warm in there.
Righty loosey, lefty tighty, whatever the hell you want to call it. So yeah, that'll good to go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. It's a heat exchanger, man.
Dance make it faster, but if you put that too, it will spill.
Dude, I'm peeing. I'm having problems with my pee-pee.
So cover it up. You can be careful, it's going to be hot water in a minute.
Oh, it should be hot now. Yeah, just use a strainer just to get some of it out. Oh, neat.
53 Celsius, which is like 129 here.
Oh, when do we put the cinnamon in?
You can put it in the fermenter.
Oh, we have to put it in now.
Yeah, it's hot water.
Kills the baby.
Yeah, it'll kill whatever's in it.
How much?
Just want to throw it in there. Okay. And then when you put it in the fermenter, you just
Stir it,
stick that
yeah.
down with it, and it'll be fine. Oh, you know what we forgot? We forgot the sugar. You can do that too. You can
Right
probably
now?
put it in right now. Yeah.
So maybe I should just take a bus tour out.
No.
You sure?
And you have the box.
Because it's all hot.
It's a pound.
It's a pound?
It's a pound.
Did it? So put half in there. Oops, sorry.
What about maple syrup?
That's fine. Yeah, then whatever. Yeah, a quarter of a pound.
I didn't have the chiller turned on too much. Anyway,
So
yeah.
so do I pour in that sugar now?
Yes, sir. Is that boiling down? So you're fine.
Anyway, water.
no, how?
Sangamon.
That should be right there.
Yeah, Sammy's. Right. It's not
Just always remember when you're at.
moving this thing. Yeah.
Shut
Hold
it
on,
off.
I'm a mute old thrash metal. I can't hear him. I can't hear you. Go ahead.
Sammy said he's been moving that tree. I don't know if you noticed, he cut a tree down, and he's got to dig all the stuff and all that out. So he's been busy.
Oh.
So he said
He's busy.
he's brewing tomorrow, hopefully.
Oh, okay.
So he probably do a cast at the same time, I would have thought. He normally does.
Well, that's all good. Just so he gives it to Larry to be able to put on the whole brew day thing.
Well,
It doesn't make a difference.
I don't know. It might not be a cast. I don't know, but it'd be like a whole weekend then, wouldn't it? Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Right? Yeah, it would. Okay. So do I pour the sugar in?
Sugar? You've done the sugar already, didn't you?
I know. It didn't seem to make a damn bit of difference. I got the refractometer and it's saying.
Oh, something's wrong. I reckon you should wait until that temperature's got down on your hydrometer reading. You put about a kilo and something in, didn't you?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't sparge that fast. It's saying like maybe a 44. I mean, I guess that's not far from 50, but.
You were 2 gallons over, wouldn't you?
Yeah, but I added like a half a pound of DME. You know, that might even be a 46.
The thing is, though, when you want it to be high, you always make it high yourself, didn't you? You always add.
I mean, right? It kind of. I mean, I don't know.
How much did you add?
I added a half a pound of table sugar and almost a half a pound of DME. That's what I was told.
I thought it was 1 point something, 1.7.
I'd probably only get you 5 pints.
Between the both of them, it was 1 pound, 7.7 ounces.
Yeah, that's what Greg said. He said you probably get like halfway there.
Yeah, I thought it'd do a little better than that. This shows as the what do they say? The potential is right about 5%.
Maybe you've got a dodgy refractometer and a dodgy hydrometer.
Yeah, I mean,
it's good.
It might be a 4.6. Close. I'm not gonna fuss about it. It's all right. I'm not gonna bother with it so much. Or do I dump in the other part of the sugar? What you think, guys?
No.
Don't. Yeah. Leave it alone. Huh? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Leave it alone. I'd rather have a little lighter beer.
That's right. You got.
It smells good, actually.
How many liters over are you? The final.
Oh, I don't know. I'm still like at the top part of this round here.
Yeah. Still got like what, 12 gallons in there?
I think this is 15 and a half or 15.
Yeah, but so where you are, 12 gallons.
Oh yeah, no, it was up here. Yeah, I way overshot it, so I've got it quite a ways down.
So,
how
the hell can you work this brew efficiency out?
Oh, I don't know. I don't even do those numbers. I'm not sure. I'll let this sit a little bit longer, and hopefully I guess this thing's leaking too, just one thing or another. Because I had enough when I put it in the freezer, and I pulled it back out, and it was low, so I added some more.
Maybe you need another trial jar and another hydrometer.
Yeah, well, at least another trial jar for sure. Get one that's molded together. That's one of those that you can take apart and clean and stuff.
Yeah. Or just don't bother with
it. I think it's just.
Drink the beer, you know?
Come. I think it's time to pour some beers down my throat and wait for that to cool off.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got the yeast is already all stirred up and ready. It's still spinning as we speak, and yeah, I'll dump them in there later. I got clean buckets. I just need to squirt some sanitizer in there. I got a couple of airlocks I need to clean up a little bit, and that's it. Easy enough.
I don't even remember.
No problems.
Bucket out this morning. I'm sure I did, but I don't remember it.
116. Oh, hell no. Okay, party's over. Boondock's here. ¿Qué pasó, loco?
Look here.
What you got? Did you get that stat that you were talking about?
Hey, Uncle JR.
That's not Uncle.
Hey, Uncle JR.
Hold on, I'll show you. I'll show you the collection
Of all the bottles you drank today?
that we have accumulated today.
Oh, hell.
The drunken one out of Texas.
Hey. Yeehaw. You like my hat?
I do. I like that straw hat.
It doesn't say cowboy, does it?
Yeah.
It says more like
I
fruit
gotta
basket.
switch.
Oh, right, cowgirl.
I don't know. All right, y'all gonna have to be patient and watch the stroll by now. Let me see.
Who's what you working with? Everybody's got a garage with me. What's up with that?
See you later.
Are you out?
Who's gone?
Weekend Brewer.
Oh, okay. I didn't see his lips move when he said that.
Wow. Look at you go, big baller. Damn it.
Tell you
Oh,
what,
yeah.
your designs on your cans are brilliant over in the States. I tell you that.
Now, you want to talk about redneck? That's this guy here, you know? Ooh, that's getting in my way. All right. Put on my boondock hat. There's a boondock hat there, see? Like state trooper. Yeah. Yeah. That's just got to get like roughed up a little bit to where it kind of hangs out a bit.
Hey, is that what is that? Is that hay or straw or what?
Oh, I don't know. I got them for 10 cents a piece off the side of the road, and yeah, they all look like that there. I got like 10 of them. She said 10 cents a piece, and so I got to give it $2 at least for these 10 hats. Then so I cut one of them down to look a little like this. I put wet it down and put some weights on it to make it flat.
There you go.
Yeah. So how the hell are you, man? Did you go around and see some of our brew days that we were doing?
No, I've been working on the car all day.
Oh, well, hell, that's no fun. That's no good at all. What's wrong with the old car?
Transmission solenoid.
Oh, hell. Yikes, yikes. Yeah, you got to have one of those line wrenches for that thing. Otherwise, they strip the son of bitches out, huh?
After a while, I took the hell with it and started drinking.
Yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. There's always tomorrow.
That's right.
The solenoid thing is just to get a wire that goes to it, right?
Mm-mm.
Or is it the one that's got the air hose that goes to it?
No, I had to take the transmission pan out and take the transmission filter out and.
Oh hell yeah! You've been dealing with all that nice red fluid. Yeah, that stuff's no fun. Yeah, I'm with you. I know what you did. Yeah, I'm with you. So that thing is inside there. I was thinking the shift solenoid or the deal on the outside. I'm using old Chevrolets. I don't know what you're fixing, but I'm using old. I was thinking like the vacuum thing that yeah. Well, that's no fun. You got like ramps or something to get it off the ground, huh?
No, man, it's high enough I can get under it.
Oh, we got children brewing now. Children brewing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, disappeared now. Behind mum thing.
I seen you was taking a gravity reading as soon as I got on.
Oh, he's been taking
I
gravity.
don't want to talk about it, Ben. I don't want to talk about it, Ben.
About 4
I
hours.
overshot my my volume by a bunch.
How much?
Talking to these idiots, I overshot it by probably 2 gallons or more. And then, yeah, so it should have been along the lines of a 53 into the fermenter, and I'm looking at a 44 maybe.
Oh.
You know, so yeah. Well, and that's with a half a pound of table sugar and about a half a pound of DME.
Oh God.
I know, right? And everything was going so well.
What's your goal gravity?
It was supposed to have been a 53 on the into the fermenter.
Well, what's your final gravity goal?
Oh shit! I didn't write that down. It's like a 12, I think. I didn't write it down. It was told to me, but I didn't write it down.
That's good, buddy.
So it's supposed to have been along the lines of like 5.5, I think, is what it was intended to be. Maybe a bit higher, but
And it was 53 is your original?
supposed to be. Yeah, I'm at more like a 44.
So you undershot it.
Well,
Yeah, but no, I wouldn't complain if it was over. No, I'd leave it alone.
Yeah,
No, I got more beer that's weak as opposed to the right amount that's right. I'm not complaining.
Throw some honey in that sumbitch.
Yeah, well, yeah, I already
put.
put like a half a pound of table sugar and some DME in there. I still got more sugar though, you know.
Well, shit, man, I'm telling you, if you throw about
You're cutting out, bro.
What yeast are you using?
05.
What's that?
SO4, man.
Well, that's just what I have. Well, as a matter of fact, I do have two they're not vials anymore, but the 2 packs of WLP 001.
Oh,
I don't know if that'll. Yeah, that's what they sent me because I didn't have the 05, but I've had 05 here that I've been growing, and so I probably had enough to begin with, but I still put it on the stir plate with some DME last night, or earlier yesterday, so they should be nice and lively.
Take a video of that, man. Let me see them eating when it gets to it.
Well, they're in buckets. I don't have carboys.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I know, right? They're in buckets.
Well, that bubbler should go off. I
can show you the bubblers. Yeah. Generally, I do blow off tubes, and then for the first at least couple of days, and after they settle down a little bit, then I go airlocks.
I set mine in bubblers the whole time.
Oh, do you?
It just seems like with a bubbler, it's more active, and it seems to, I don't know, I can hit my FG better with a bubbler than I can with an airlock.
Okay. Yeah. Then a blow off tube. Yeah. No, I'm with it. Okay. Yeah. I never thought of that. I never knew that. And sometimes. Sometimes if I like the next morning they might not be working, but I just not like open them and stir them, but I just kind of just shake the thing around just a little bit, just give them a couple of turns, and after that, bam, they take off. So that's pretty common. I don't know why, but that's pretty common. Is like they didn't take off till that next morning when I just give them just like I said, just a couple, just rouse them up a bit, just about like that long, and then after that they're bubbling, they're going. And then it's not.
I usually give it 24 to 48 hours to see what it does before I give it a good shaking.
Oh, I see.
Because sometimes it takes a little while for that yeast to go ahead and start munching down on that, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, right now I'm got the chiller in there, but our groundwater is really hot here. It's the thing is, Dad's well is like way up the way, and it's not buried very deep, and so it's got a long time to stay warm, and so sometimes I'll just get it down enough because see I don't have any. There's no penetrations in my brew kettle, so I just take my auto siphon and I auto siphon it out, and then let it cool down the rest of the way. You know. Later on tonight, I'll pitch the yeast, but I don't want to put it in there like hot. But it's so that the last part of it, it's actually kind of a no-chill method that I use.
See, what I do is, man, usually I go ahead and I use my wort chiller, man. I get it down to 75 right off the bat. As soon as I take it off the burn, I'd use that wort chiller, drop it down to 75, and man, I'm telling you, within 24 hours.
Yeah.
It's
that's the thing. I won't be able to get it down to 75 though. It just our water temperature is hotter than that. It just in the summertime, it's if you don't like a hot shower, you just like a warm shower or whatever. You don't even have to turn on the hot water to have a shower because it stays that freaking warm. Our pipes are buried very shallow around here. I didn't do it, but that's the way it is. Yeah. So I play hell trying to get anything cooled off. I actually at one point, it was last year, I actually run it through another like an immersion chiller type thing. So I had an ice bath in the one, so it was actually cooling off the water before it made it to what's in the kettle. I had like a second little loop of copper, just to cool off the water. And yeah, it's and it melts that ice pretty quick too,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it goes.
What's Thrash Metal doing? I keep seeing him move around the garage, but I don't see him doing nothing.
He's teaching people how to homebrew today. He's been, I think he's on his like second or third brew that he's doing today. he did his own, then he helped some other people out on helping them learn how to brew. So he's got company, and we're on his channel, but yeah, he's busy. So we're at 113 still, 113. That's okay. I'm not worried about the low ABV. It's all good. I'm not gonna stress it. Because I've had ones that turn out like that. I'm not the guy who worries about pH or any of that kind of crap. Whatever. It makes beer at the end of the day. I'm gonna drink them down. I'm gonna drink them down or chug them down, as you'd put it. I'm gonna chug them down, whether they're 4% or 14%, whatever. I'm gonna chug them down. Right? Yeah. It don't make a difference. Matter of fact, the first beers I was drinking today was, I did a brew, and then I still felt like there was some more in there. So I kept taking gravity readings until it got down to like a 10-10. It made 3 gallons of wort that I boiled down and put some like 2 pounds of blackberries out of the backyard. That's a little earlier in the season when our blackberries are gone, but so it makes pretty pink beer at about 2%. And so that's what I started with this morning. I put them in 500 milliliter, 500 bottles, just because you can drink a whole one and not worry about anything. You can drink a couple of them and not be bothered. They're 2%. It's right. More to rehydrate than anything. And so yeah, that was the first couple of them I had today.
I'd almost said my kids drank 2%.
Yeah, it still got like a malty type flavor. It was all right. I mean, it's not the best, but yeah, it's still malty, and it had that berry flavor to it. It's all right. I'm easy to please. I'm drinking one after all. I'll drink any old thing. It don't make a shit. You put some alcohol and some stagnant water, I'll drink that shit.
Who cares if the students shit in it?
Got alcohol in it, damn it. Yeah, Brian was he popped into my little thing I had going, and he's and then so we're all over there. We had a bunch of folks on my channel, on my little hangout thing, and I see him pop up with his that he was doing, and then he comes over to the channel, my channel, and says, well, I'm here all by myself, boo-hoo. So I told everybody that was with me, I said, let's go to Brian's. And then we got over there, and he wasn't there. So I literally called him. I said, Brian, I said, move your car. I can't park out here. I said, move your car. There she is.
Look at here.
That's the better half.
Yeah, I'm the worst half. Check this out. You want to hear something funny?
What you got?
We had we got a sour yesterday.
Still rising.
And it was what was it?
Passion fruit and peach.
It was passion fruit and peach. Come to find out, my wife is allergic to passion fruit.
Oh, hell. Surprise. What? Bitch. Then what happened?
I had to rush her to the hospital.
Coca-Cola.
She broke out in a severe rash. Yeah, she broke out in a severe rash, and her eye was starting to swell shut.
They are not so loud.
Damn it. And they're looking at you like, what'd you do to her? Damn it, that's messed up. Well, I guess now you know. That wasn't pleasant, though, I imagine. So what's the medication, or what they have to do? They just wait it out and deal with it?
They gave her a shot of Benadryl and 2 steroids.
Wow. Yikes. Yeah, that sounds like what they give you with a night out with a dirty leg or something. A shot of Benadryl and some steroids. Well, so she's better, I assume. She's feeling better, I assume.
ago, that was enough.
Say
Did the
what?
swelling down? Did the swelling go down?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Sweet. Wow, that's a mess. Well, now you know.
Well, I told her I wish we'd done a review on it. Well,
that would have been something. Yeah, right. And then some shots from the hospital, you know. That'd have been messed
that
up.
might have went viral.
It might have, you know. Right. And brought some bad we call it bad news for the brewer, you know. Although it's nothing about their beer, you know, but it would probably be in bad light.
Hey, if you know, I'm almost determined to go ahead and put on their Facebook and everything. Y'all need to put just in case of allergies. I'm telling you.
Right? Yeah, they got it on everything else. So this although it's peanut, you know, although it's what was it? I got something the other day, and it had nothing to do with peanuts, but it said some jerky or something. I forgot what it was, but it said it was produced in the same place that they make peanuts, that they do peanuts. And so, yeah, they should have that on the thing for sure. Right. A hospital visit's nothing, you know, that's nothing to snoot up at, you know, that's messed up.
He's from Houston, Texas.
What
I can
city
still
you in?
hear you.
What?
I'm just north of Houston, about 35, maybe 40 miles north of Houston.
Yeah.
I used to live in Corpus with my wife.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah.
And I lived in Killeen.
Right. I heard it, Glenn. Yeah. Hell yeah.
So.
Yeah, you ain't missing nothing.
Oh, I know that.
It's not.
That's just what it says.
Whiskey.
See what I'm showing you? See the temperature?
No, I don't see it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me. I was showing on somebody's telephone number right there. Sorry about that.
It takes a lot to get me drunk.
Oh, there it is. No,
I
you can't see it. Where is that son of a bitch? Oh, my bad. Golly. Hey, that'll do it. And the blue. See it?
Let's see.
And the blue.
No. 90?
It's 100.
Oh, 100. Screw that noise. We ain't gonna get that till next month.
Yeah, well, that's what it says anyway. It feels more like about 105 because it's still and sticky.
Can you tell the difference between 100 and 105?
You really can. Yeah, you can. It's even more miserable. No, I'm not complaining. It says, oh, well, now I'm looking over here. It says something totally different. I didn't make that up. All right. Now it says, on this one, it says 93.
Who's Kevin? Is that who that is?
Kevin, yeah. He likes to hang out all hours of the night and drink with us.
Yeah,
where you from?
I'm in England, UK.
England.
So
I don't know. You can define me if I ain't.
Hey, sorry. Yeah. This is one of mine. I can't believe how clear it is. An Anchor steam beer. Really clear and nice, actually. Yeah, all grain, yeah. I've got a grain father. So I've been brewing about just under 3 years. So, yeah.
You got a YouTube channel, right?
I don't put videos up. No, I'm too busy watching everyone else's. You know, too many people.
Everybody else's videos.
Well, by now, brewing at 3 years, you know what you like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I started off like with first thing I typed in with homebrew. The first thing that comes up is Craig tube. Right.
Right.
So I started watching, and then you end up doing the kits, and then I thought I met some of the UK guys and all that, hangouts with them, and then after about 8 months I went into all grain. So much better. Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with extract brews. They're good too. I do them.
Oh yeah.
I do them sometimes
You know,
if I don't have time. If I don't have time to do the whole mashing thing, I do it also. I do
I mean,
I do the grain thing mainly because it's cheaper.
I don't know anyone who went straight into grain. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. I've done some brew in the bag. I've done some stovetop brew in the bag. You know, and yeah. Once you go all grain, yeah, you kind of.
First couple of beers, you just want to taste them as quick as possible. Don't you?
Sure.
You've got no patience, you know.
You know, actually, I prefer doing a brew in a bag. I actually prefer it than I do complete home brew, like home or all grain.
Well, bags
Right.
like grain fast, basically. It's a bit like that, you know.
Well, I mean, the grandfather to me, I still kind of think is sort of a brew in the bag. You know, sort of kind of brew in the bag.
You lift the basket out.
Does everything.
Yeah, I mean, again, there's nothing wrong with that. That's just a filtration, a way of doing filtration. That really has nothing to do with the beer. That's just a filtration means. That's a method. That's a method, and not a well, I look at it anyway.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, so I have a bazooka tube that is my strainer in a mash tun. Well, your bag takes the place of my bazooka. You know, takes the, and so it's all the same. It's still grains. Yeah, I mean, one of my first ones was actually the partial mash, or whatever you called it. It was it had some extract, but then it had specialty malts that you would steep. So it was kind of a mix between the both, and so that's you had your base malt as the extract, and then you had your specialty grains as grains. And so and that's kind of like I said, kind of in between it, you know.
Transition, didn't you? From like kits, then you had grains and steeping and all that.
Sure.
And you all grain.
Yeah. Now it's all grain, and like I said, I still do the damn extract every now and then. You know, I'm short on time. I got a little more money. You know, we'll just whip one out. I do stouts a lot like that. You know, just pound one out and be done with it. Keep on trucking.
Yeah.
Well, I look at it this way, man. If you're going to do a brew in a bag versus an extract, I mean, brew in a bag, you're pretty much, you get your calculations right, and it's your own grains, your own style. Ain't no different than an all grain.
No.
Exactly. Yeah. That's what I say. Yeah.
Loads of people that say that there is. Loads of people, we were talking about this earlier, that some people in like the brewing community say brewing a bag is not brewing.
Oh, no. Horse feathers.
Earlier, it's still brewing.
Yeah, horse feathers. Right.
But
that's bullshit. Because tell you something, I've done brewing a bag, and I have probably dumped 7 out of 10 of my beers because they tasted like horse shit.
Right.
I mean, there's no difference.
Yeah.
Extract, you're given everything, so it's not really your own style. But it's still beer, and it's still you learning how to brew your own beer.
Exactly. Yeah. And right. No matter how easy they make it for you, if you don't clean that fermentation bucket, you're gonna end up with crap. So yeah, there's still that part of brewing that you got to take care of. You know,
whether you're doing extract, partial, all grain, the main thing is the same. Is the fermentation process. That's always the same. So you can't skip that one, you know.
Right, exactly. Right.
The good thing is you're making beer. That's the important part.
Sure, and you know what went into it. Yeah, you know there's not a bunch of extra crap in it, and you didn't support a huge company. So you know, I look at it.
He says casting on YouTube.
Is what now?
He says drunken one is casting on YouTube.
I'm casting?
Big corporations, you know.
Oh, right. No. We don't need no big corporations in the mix. No, that's all good. I mean, and that's the way it's turning out. Northern Brewer went to InBev, so I mean, again, we're kind of supporting that big corporation again, son of a bitch. You know, I mean, not saying everybody gets it. I get mine from a local supply house or local beer supply place, but I don't know where he's getting his stuff from. And so whether I'm still supporting a big business, I don't know exactly, but.
So you know Northern Brewer you were just talking about. Have they got anything to do with the Northern Brewer hop? Or...
Yeah, that's I think that's theirs. And see, there's I don't know all the details, but I know a little bit about okay, so they bought up okay, InBev actually bought up a particular kind of hops. These hops are grown on this particular island or this particular country or whatever it is. They bought up the whole damn place. They didn't just buy. I want to say it's an island. Research it. And I don't know if I'm exactly right. Maybe it's just hearsay. But anyway, they bought up the whole fucking island, and so the only people that can get that particular hop is through Northern Brewer, which is their company.
Yeah.
So they not only bought the hops, you know, and I don't know how you can put a patent on life, you know, because that hops are life, if you ask me. They bought all the rights to the hops, so nobody can get those hops unless it goes through them. They bought up the whole damn property that the hops are on to where it can't be done again that way. I think that's chicken shit. Of course, I might be wrong with all that. Research it a bit. My facts might be a little skewed, but yeah, that's messed up. You can't say that this is mine now. This hybrid version of a hop is now mine.
Well,
you can't do that. I mean, that's bullshit.
Actually, according to patent laws, if you create a hybrid of something, you are able to patent it for your own because it was your creation.
Okay.
So, which I mean, personally, I think is bullshit also, but you know.
Yeah, that's what I think. Well, and that kind of gets into all the like genetically modified things, you know, and that's pretty messed up too. And how they can patent that and say, well, this is ours now, and I don't want to get into it so much, but say I'm organic farmer, the neighbor is bought his stuff through Monsanto. If the seeds come from his property onto mine, and they find that there are GMO crops on my property, they can take the property. They can take all the yield from that, because that's their property. But you can't control something like that, you know.
You can't control nature, can you? You know.
Yeah, exactly. Right. The pollen's going to move. You know, the pollen's going to move. But the deal with the whole GMO thing is you have to buy the seeds from them, because all of them are sterile. The seeds are sterile. They'll make one time only a plant, but after that, they're sterile and they won't make another plant.
See? Stupid.
Well, you know, Lagunitas sold out.
I didn't know.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, they sold out and sold to a big buyer.
Yeah, I mean, what can you do? It's just it's a monopoly, you know. It's just who has the most property and puts the most houses on it.
Someone offers too much money to refuse, basically.
Yep.
So,
Like last year was called Lagunitas Sucks.
just buys the one
That
out.
last
Try and take the competition away.
It did.
That Lagunitas Sucks was bad. It sucked.
Right? Yeah.
It was supposed to be like a brown sugar substitute.
Yeah, they had like a brown sugar substitute in it, but it tastes, I mean, you wouldn't get a single lick of anything in it.
Damn.
Yes.
It smelled like dirty shoes.
Oh, hell no. Right?
Yeah.
These are dirty shoes.
I was going to do a review on it, but I got thirstier.
Wait, dude.
Right. I got better things to do with my taste buds.
Here. This right here. Oh, that.
Yeah.
What's that you're drinking? That's not a homebrew, is it?
What I'm drinking?
Yes.
No, that's Coke and whiskey.
That's mine.
Nice.
You just told us.
That's the message.
She said, that's mine. Damn it, man. You're making me think about Coke and whiskey now, damn it. Shit. I haven't had any liquor in a while, you know? I mean.
Don't touch that.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
No, then. Touch it. Touch it.
Backwards, YouTube videos.
Right?
YouTube videos. I'm sure I've seen
All right,
them.
so 18% on my phone, so I'm gonna get off of here.
All right, buddy. You take care. May the force be with you.
I'll speak to you later. See you later. Yeah, man. Cheers.
I'm over 100 videos behind on my watch laters, man.
That'll keep me busy.
Yeah, YouTube channel.
Yeah, I'm gonna go through this tonight.
Yes, he has a YouTube channel. I'll put it in the link here in a second.
Say what?
Get the link off a drunken one and subscribe.
Hey, put your YouTube channel in the comments, Boondock.
All right, I will.
All right, yeah. Kev wants to see it.
All right, I will. See you on the next review, man.
Peace out, bro. Hey,
all right,
pop a top.
Pop a top, buddy.
Don't pick at your
That's right.
Yeah, I mean, check them down.
That was Gabby.
Bye, guys.
That was a
That's funny. Yeah, he's a beer reviewer. He's doing pretty good with subscribers and stuff. He's not like just huge, but he gets a lot of views. He's quite redneck. His personality shines through to you know what you just heard. He's established, like he has the same opener, the same everything, you know, each time.
Backwoods, what's his name? Backwoods
Boondocks Brew View.
D-O-N Ducks. D-U-C-K-S.
No, Doc. D-O-C-K. Doc.
Sorry.
He's on the screen. You should be. I don't know if you can click in.
Boondock.
Look, Kev, hit, just.
I got it.
Just hit.
Sorry, guys, just cleaning up.
That's all good, Brian.
Cool. I'll be back.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I've got him anyway, so I'll subscribe from him.
I'm prairie dogging. Oh boy.
Oh hell.
Prairie Flair. Let's pop a top.
Hey, you found him. That's him.
What time it is, y'all?
Y'all.
This is Junior back with Brew.
So he's Texan as well, yeah?
Louisiana, I think, or Alabama or something. Yeah, not Texas, but he's down this way. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've not subscribed to him actually. There's so many people, and that's the good thing about these things. How you meet new people, you know.
Mhm.
You know. I mean. Like,
yeah, he's a good guy.
Like Backwoods and what's his name tonight from Canada? He didn't speak much, but.
Weekend Brewer.
It's nice to meet Weekend Brewer, yeah. But he's been in most of the casts all day long. But he's been just sat there, you know.
Yeah. He didn't say a whole lot, but it's all good.
So cool. I'll tell you, this beer is bloody good, I tell you. This is Anchor Steam beer. I stuck it in the freezer for an hour, chill it down. Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
It's so clear. I can't believe how clear it is. This beer I just made today. Or was it yesterday now? I'm going to try putting gelatin in there. I bought gelatin ages ago, but I've never used it. So I'm going to try.
Right.
See if I can make the beer a bit clearer. Oh, there, Matt.
There you go. Yeah, I mean, it can't hurt. I mean, your taste buds can't tell, but no, it wouldn't. Sure doesn't hurt.
I mean, you literally just got a cold crash it, didn't you? So it's in a fermenting fridge anyway, so just turn the temperature down, you know?
Yeah.
So you're using WLP 001, yeah?
Well, I guess I'm going to do the 05 because I've already got it built up.
Yeah. Well,
maybe I should have sparged slower or something, man. I'm telling you, maybe I should have sparged slower. Out of the mash tun, I'm still getting a 14 out of that thing. Out of the mash tun.
You're getting a what? 14? 1014?
Yeah, out of the mash tun.
Oh, okay, yeah. I was going to say,
out of the mash tun. Yeah, out of the mash tun. Right. I've already that would be like the last runnings of whatever. This is how I made. That's how I made my other.
About 1010.
My other brew.
You know?
Yeah, my 2% thing.
1.010 or whatever.
Huh.
So you get high coming out of the mash then?
I get, well, see the recipe said it needed to be at. Oh, okay. Again with the damn Celsius shit. It says 152. It said 152 as my mash in 152. I don't know how that relates. We really.
It don't matter. It don't matter. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, usually I like to. I get my stuff up to like 165, and then in the HLT, and then move it to the ton. By the time I make it to the ton, it's a bit lower. But I usually it's like more like a 165 coming out of there, going to the ton, and then it drops a little bit.
But do you know what I do? What I do is when I brew in centigrade because the grain father is you can change between, but it's easier.
Right.
Right? But when I ferment at Fahrenheit because it's more accurate. You know, you've got like 0.3, 0.4.
Oh, there's more. Right, there's more numbers to that. No, I get it. No, that makes sense.
A fermenting fridge with an STC 1000.
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
You can get a more precise reading, basically.
Well, okay. Usually, that's the old notebook of notebooks.
Hold on, I thought you didn't do notes. No.
It says one. This is like my notes that I usually use on all my brews, and then all the recipes are back in here, and so this thing got wet once upon a time.
What was Nate going on about? You saying we need to talk about notes, taking notes.
Oh, he wants me to start taking notes, I think.
You've got loads of notes there.
Yeah, well, they're just recipes, really. But yeah, these notes are just kind of a. Looks like I need to redo these. They're kind of soggy. It says 1.25 quarts per pound. I don't know how that goes in liters.
Oh, no idea.
At 165 to 175. And so that's usually where I start. But this one said 152 to mash in. So I followed the instructions.
You could do that again and it'd come out totally different. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm thinking I didn't have it hot enough, to be honest. I followed the instructions that I seen online there for this thing from Looney Larry. But any other brew that I ever do is 165 to 175, you know?
Tell you what, the brew I done off of Looney Larry was the Pop Sniffer.
Uh-huh.
And that was a Northern Brewer in Cascade. And I got to take a pre-boil, and I normally take a post-boil. I took a post-boil, and it was bang on 1060. And when the final volume came out, it was bang on 24. So everything worked perfectly on mine. And I can't even remember doing half the steps.
Right, right. Yeah, well, with some of them they have it. Yeah, there's they have like 3 different like you're doing the batch sparge, and you're changing the temperature each time. Yeah, that's super confusing. I think the whole thing is I had it too cold to go in. I don't think it was hot enough to go in. I mean, that says 152, and that's what I did. That's what was said on the internet, and I'm really sure that that's the right numbers. But this is 165 to 175, so that's another 12 to 20 degrees.
You done that at 152. Did you use the factometer to take that reading? The first reading?
No, I use this little thing here, like a meat thermometer thing.
Okay.
And one of these guys, one of these guys got the little probe deal, and I just kind of drop it off in the water.
Oh, sorry, 152. I think it was 1052. Yeah, 152. Yeah. That's it.
Right, right. 152, and I don't know how to make it do Celsius, but so I got it, and it was actually a little bit high. It was like 154, so I wasn't even bothered by that. But like I said, these recipes, my usual recipe is 165, which is a whole nother 13 degrees more than what that is, to 175, which makes it 23 degrees more, and that's a big difference.
Whatever that recipe was didn't dial into your system properly.
I guess not. No, I seen that, and I was like, I should have used the grains, but not follow the temperatures. I'm not trying to blame anybody. I'm just saying, yeah, it sure didn't dial into mine for sure. You know, I would do it again, and I guarantee I'd get a better output. You know, I'd get better response out of it. I can guarantee it, because I wouldn't do that 152. I'd get it hotter. I'd be up to at least, you know, 160 at least. You know, 8 degrees doesn't seem like much, but that's a bunch of sitting in there for an hour.
You was on the ball when it happened. You knew something was wrong really early on, didn't you?
Well, it didn't seem right, but I wanted to do it like per the recipe, and the only thing I thought I was changing was.
Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I thought I was changing from the get-go was just the way it's sparged. I was doing a fly sparge, where this one says it's batch. So you empty the mash tun, and then you put more water in it. You empty that and put more water in it.
You can do that.
At a hotter temperature, and even the sparge out was only at 168.
Oh.
The sparge out was at 168, and that's still not, you know, that's just, I would have mashed in at 168. You know, I would have mashed in at that. This is 152, so I'm not trying to blame anybody. I'll drink some beer that's not near as strong. That's fine. I did overshoot my volumes, and that was definitely my fault. You know.
More beer, that's the main thing.
Yeah. I got more beer, not as strong. That's all good. Like I was telling Boondog, I'll drink them down. You know, whether they're 3% or 13%.
The thing is, you can change that gravity reading because you use a different yeast to make it go further down, and it'd be stronger. Right?
Right. All right. So with that being said, what do you think is better, the 001 or the Safe L05?
They're pretty much the same. I think one's a dried and one's a wet. But let me go. Mine will probably go.
I'm going to shut down for a minute. Drunken one, can you host it? And then when I get home, I'll join back in.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
We was just going to ask
guys,
you a question just there. That's all right.
Cheers, bud.
All right, guys.
See ya.
All right.
I guess not then. Okay. But I'll have to YouTube.
He asked when I host it, you know.
Yeah, I thought, well, I'll Google US05. I'll see what it goes down to. US05.
Yeah, I mean, well, see, the deal was the recipe called for 05, and my brew guy said he didn't have 05, and then after thinking about it, it's like, well, hell, that's what I've been growing the whole time is 05.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I think I still got a package of it.
Some people saying 2 packs of SL US05. Yeah. I've not gone into the link. I'm just reading off of the Google thing.
Yeah, it's 05 for sure. Yeah. This one right here. It's the same shit I've been growing. I got 2 packages a long time ago. I took 1 package and grew the shit out of it, and there's another brand new one right there. So yeah, it's 05. That's what I've been growing.
I've read that you probably need one. But...
Right. Well, no, I got. I'm sure you see my video, or maybe not. Those little canning jars, and I had like that much. Well, you said it was going to be enough. You said, right. I took 2 of those and another 45 grams of DME, and they're in there stirring on the plate right now. They're in there right now stirring on the plate. So I took 2 of those vials, quote, and then put them with another 45 grams, and they're in on the plate right now. But yes, it's 05 for sure. I forgot I even had this one, to be honest. I was going through there and I found it.
So yeah, I want.
It's not super old, but it's.
In the world, if I go to the best place to go is to the website.
Okay.
What are they called again?
Yeah.
White Labs. White Labs
001.
They tell you all the different temperature ranges for their yeasts.
See, yeah, my brew guy said that because they didn't have this, they gave me this.
Okay. Oh yeah, well that's better.
Right. They didn't have this, so they gave me this. And after thinking about it, I had this at the house.
That's more expensive than this.
It is, and I'll take care to grow this. I will. I'll grow them and hold them.
So if I go to White Labs website and I'll find out what the yeast bank. I'm going to yeast bank. WLP 1. See, I found something interesting. WLP 090, which is San Diego Super Yeast, it's called. It's
Yeah,
supposed
I've heard of
to
that
be
one.
out in 3 days, plus another 2 days rest. But you still need another week anyway. But
Right.
I'll send you a link. They did a comparison. Someone did a comparison between was it either US05 no or 001 to 0090, and they used to use 001 all the time, and they totally went over to 90.
Right. Yeah, they found a different stuff.
Clearer and everything, you know, highly more flocculent. Is that the word?
Yeah, that's it.
But yeah, that says 72 to 80% attenuation, alcohol 10 to 15, 68 to 73 Fahrenheit, right?
Oops, yeah, that would be. I don't know if I could use that. See, that's why I use that 05, because I can get it to. Its upper number is 77.
That's why you need a fermenting fridge and an STC.
Yeah, I know.
You could go
I
down
get something like
to
that.
68 all the time.
Yeah.
Whereas the US05, what does it say on the pack for the temperature range?
Oh hell. Okay, so it's not as bad as I thought. This has been sitting over there. This has been sitting over there the whole damn time, and I guess it's much more like the right temperature.
Looks nice color.
Yeah, it's not a bad color. Yeah, it's
Unless you
floating.
feed it that.
It's floating just barely.
Yeah, oh well.
I'm feeling pretty confident to say that's a 4. If I had to, if I had to give it an exact number, it would be 4. 5.5.